Um, Again, if you guys are just joining us, this is game 2 of Pentacast Community Game Night. It is Call of Valoran, all-ranged AD carry all the time. I'm Octavia, here with me is Skill Factory. We are loading in and getting ready to go. Looks like Yoda did mention in chat a couple of minutes ago that he was having some trouble logging in, but he's a-okay now, so he should be fine when he gets in the game. And it's really exciting. Like, initially, we didn't have Twisted Fate on the list, we didn't have Kennen, because we wanted it to feel like, and we didn't have Kog'Maw. We wanted it to feel like, you know, they have to have weapons to, like, shoot each other. But as we went on, the list got changed, and we added these folks in, and we find that it's more fun. It adds more diversity to the game mode, and a lot more fun comps that you can kind of mesh together and get some cool combos out of.
Yeah, I really enjoy having the Kennen, the Kog'Maws, and the kind of typically AP. The Kennen and the TF are typically played as AP carries, but I do see them as AD every once in a while, and people forget that they do have decent scaling with their AD. Both of their attack ranges, though, are fairly small. But the stacked deck is the fourth attack that TF has, similar to Kennen's Charge, which he gets from his Electrical Surge. It's the passive from that, which is every 5 attacks. But the stacked deck is, I have it actually up on stream right now, it every 4 attacks you deal an additional 50-something damage. It does scale off AP only, not off AD. But in addition, if you read, it'll say his attack speed's increased by 3% and his cooldowns are decreased by 3%. So it's giving him more wild cards, more CC, and a lot of passive attack speed, which you can't buy straight attack speed items. So they have to be coupled with either AD or critical strike. So that's free attack speed you get, especially at early levels.
Absolutely. Thank you for breaking that down technical style for us while I answered some questions in the chat. But yeah, it's going to be super awesome. The first nodes are captured. Remember, this is all fighter, or not. This is treated as all random, all bottom, so you can't go past the health relic in the top or your 2 home nodes. Lots of poke coming out here, and man, you're going to hear us kick it up a notch when it comes to casting, because this is when all the action happens. Gold card landing on Failbot deploy there, getting a lot of good harass coming out of that Caitlyn Piltover Peacemaker, and Draven with the Whirling Axes. Everybody's being pretty tentative, because they know when you lock down one person, it's going to initiate an entire team fight. And when you're all squishy 80 carries, that is a serious commitment. Which you gotta be glad there's no Blitzcranks in here, because everybody would be a fair target.
Yeah, that's right. The best part about this is that one hard CC on you, and everybody just has to auto attack you once or twice, and you're done. The game's over. Nobody in here is running any type of cleanse or anything like that. Everybody has exhaust, ignite, heals, barriers, a few flashes. So there's no getting out of it. If you get hit one time, you are done. Now you can build the Mercurial Scimitar, which does have a QSS involved. I haven't seen one built yet, but it is a QSS and a BF sword, and would qualify as part of the rules to get you out of that hard CC from the engage from Ashe or TF or Kennen. But we'll see if anybody goes that route this game.
That's true. It was something interesting to pick up. I remember everybody used to build Berserker Greaves before one rider was like, guys, oh my gosh, First Blood Varus with that long-range poke finishing off Corki, who was hanging around really, really low health there. Blue team seems to be getting the short end of the poking stick right now, but those volleys are really starting to hurt. Ezreal getting some good range poke out. Kog'Maw as well. There's another engagement. Yoda coming in, and oh my gosh, walking away with 17 health there. The volley almost catching him. Gillisaur waiting on the health relic, like, please, I am just a little void monster, and I have no health.
Yeah, the Summoning Hill coming up, and the big part about them winning the poke battle here are the Caitlyn traps. As I was saying earlier, if you can't get out of a Caitlyn trap, as soon as you hit it, you are in a lot of trouble. Towlette actually gets onto one right there, but because they're so low, they're not able to capitalize on it. But you can see the damage that Corki just took after getting that little bit of CC, and it's a big damage. Whirling Death coming down, the Ezreal coming across, not enough. The arrow just going for a kill for one person. Failbot did not mind just getting that one kill from it. But Tuxedo very low here, needs to watch out for those barrages from Kog'Maw.
And the volley as well. Everybody is super low, which is exactly what Kog'Maw wants to see. If he can land it, an easy finish on that cannon for Ashe there. Everybody's so low on the red team, having to retreat behind the turret, catching all the range harass. Kog'Maw doing what he does best, having a crazy, amazing range. And, yeah, he also has that steroid on his W?
Yes, his W, the Bioarcane Barrage. It's a range steroid on his W, but the passive on his Q, his Caustic Spittle, gives you passive attack speed. So typically you see Kog'Maws in Summoner's Rift either max W or max E first.
Absolutely.
The Void Ooze scales so hard for how slow it makes you, and Tuxedo in a lot of trouble here. Forced to flash. Kennen coming in, trying to get a stun, gets it on the Draven, who will go down. Corki going in to try to trade kills with Tristana. Failbot deployed in a lot of trouble here. Yoda going to pick up a double kill there, along with Varius, who's going to get the triple kill. And they need to get back and get this tower. I don't know what they're doing waiting here. The res timers are very fast. Yoda going straight over with that lightning rush to try and cap this bottom tower and see if he can get it over to neutral before they spawn. He will get over to neutral. I don't think he's going to have enough time to get it all the way across to his side, but that will stop the points in their direction and keep them up into this game.
Yep, we didn't see any of the ultis come out, which is going to be really in their advantage. They can kind of shoot them from their tower. Ashe picking up the kill. Oh my goodness, Crystalline Arrow coming out, and again, just sniping people down, which is super awesome. There is the Destiny coming out of Twisted Fate right now. Where is he going? He probably just wants vision on the enemy team, not going to quite engage right now. But as I was saying, global ultis also do double duty for stopping people taking your node from the fountain. You can, you have the range to shoot them and interrupt their casting when they're trying to take your point. So definitely really good. I was surprised to see all those global ultis on one team, because normally it's the opposite. And we're not seeing a Graves either, and Graves is like a choice pick for this game mode.
Yeah, Graves is very strong. He has a lot of AoE on him. Everybody's always grouped up because they're in one lane. And right now, the Kog'Maw getting a little too close, trying to get in with his passive and do some more damage. Tuxedo's going to eat that. Ooh, the True Shot Barrage coming across, bowling Tuxedo very low again, who seems to always be at 2 bars. Every time he gets healthy, he just does not stay that way very long. A good card coming out from TF, but the kill coming to Ezreal on Varius as they get a little too close. Spike pulling a blue card, not getting that stun that he needed. They will take down Corki. An Ignite coming down on Spike, but is not going to be enough to take the kill. So everybody very low. Everybody kind of worried. Towelette looking like they want to get in past that minion rave. There it is. There's a first kill. The second kill. So it was a 2-for-1. Definitely worth it, especially if you spam it in chat. And TF getting caught out right there. Tuxedo jumping on Failbot, but not enough. And will go down. Failbot going to get away with a sliver of HP.
Yeah, I remember a lot of folks used to do that. They would stand at the top, and if they had a champion that had a dash or a blink, they would either shoot you through the wall, which was pretty strong, or just come careening through it and picking up all the kills, which is a great example of what Talot was doing there on Ezreal. The red team is healed up. They have some new items. They are ready to re-engage. We're seeing Gretz's Spectral Lantern coming out on Twisted Fate there, not something you see very often. And oh my goodness gracious, Ashe picking on that little Yordle hardcore there, doing really well. That CC coming from her volley, super strong. Adlord trading it out and ultimately finishing off that Draven there. We're seeing some more damage. All the poke coming out right now is pretty crazy. Those Caitlyn traps are definitely scary. They don't want to cross that threshold. As you said, does a good amount of damage and also holds you still for everyone to just kind of close the gap and jump on you. And oh my gosh.
Yeah, the Grace's Spectral Lantern is actually one of the few items you can build in this game mode that do have armor on them. One of the other ones being the Ninja Tabby, which you do see out from a couple champions right now. The ones that have finished the level 2 boots, most of them have gone Ninja Tabby already. But the Lantern, you do get to reveal the bush whenever you want to. And Whirling Death coming across, hitting Spike twice, but not enough to pick up that kill. Gonna pop some health pots, and he will use Destiny to get over and get on top of them. But no, he just used it for vision, I think. He didn't really go anywhere that time. And a 3-for-1 trade up top. Oh, sorry, 3-for-2. As Kennen used the ultimate to try to get in there for some extra damage. Ooh. And Caitlyn not seeing that volley come out of nowhere again.
And the flash failbot deploy, making Ash do all of his bidding, flashing right through the rock and taking the kill, even though I'm pretty sure it was secure already. But I think Ash wanted that kill for herself rather. So too strong. Red again, full health coming down, trying to reclaim their node here, getting interrupted and poked down between the Buster, or not the Buster shot, between the oh my goodness, what is he doing? Sorry, I'm trying to say Corky's ulti, but it's not happening because everybody's killing everybody. Ash again, finishing off Tristana there. Oh my goodness, the volley coming through, doing so much damage. This is exactly how the game gets at this point. Everyone is dying. A true shot barrage into the fountain, finishing off Kinnan. A triple kill as he picks up the kill onto Caitlyn as well. They did receive the buff for claiming the enemy's node there, and it is definitely showing. Blue team dominating.
Yeah, I don't know if Red Team knows it, but if they do have your point, you can go back and heal. You don't have to stay there at 1 HP. Tuxedo going in with the Buster shot, getting a kill, jumping back out, not getting there in time, dying to Draven. Towlette in a lot of trouble from the stun here. Failbot deploy, trying to get away as well, but Gillisaur laying down whatever damage he can. The Caitlyn ultimate gonna take down the Ash from spawn. Adalor very low. They're gonna pick up the kill on Gillisaur, see if Adalor can get away from the Kog'Maw. No, he is going to die. Trade that kill. They're gonna get their point back, but Corky might have something to say about this and stop them from capping it all the way. Nope, he's gonna just back off. Doesn't want to get stunned. Doesn't want to get a trap underneath him, but landing a good few missile barrages on Spike there. Surprising to see Spike pick a card. I would expect you to level first because it does scale off AD, but his second choice is wild cards, which only levels off AP. It does increase the base damage, but I feel like if he had leveled his stacked deck, he would have a lot more attack speed and lower cooldowns to help him out there.
I always heard that if they get attack damage, Twisted Fate, which you do see occasionally, Stack Deck is the one to level up first. And oh my gosh, Failbot to deploy, catching everybody out with that Crystalline Arrow. It was close range though, didn't stun them for very long, and those global ultis doing work, whirling death, coming down, finishing off the Varus, and they are all of a sudden forced to get out. A stray attack from Ezreal, finishing Tristana mid-air as she's rocket jumping to freedom. Yoda being cheeky, coming back in with Slicing Maelstrom, not quite enough to do much, but it did interrupt them momentarily. But blue team dominating. It is 430 to 280. Gonna reclaim that point again and try. Oh my gosh, Gillisaur getting caught out here. He is exhausted, not doing the damage that he really wants to do, unable to get away. Will he be able to pick anybody up with his passive? Yes, he is going to finish off Ferris. That was a lot of damage. And another ace for the blue team. I'm looking at who is really pulling their weight here. Ash 10-4, really strong there. Ezreal 9-4. Oh, there is the Caitlyn ulti coming out, finishing off that Draven there. Yoda in some trouble as well. Felbot is exhausted, having to back off, but that volley doing some serious work. There is the slow onto TK Cross. He can go back to heal. I'm not sure if he's going to choose to do that. He's trading fairly well, but all of a sudden, Ezreal's going to come and throw in his 2 cents here. Get chased off by Tristana. Caitlyn is finished, but Tristana is going to finish off that Ezreal. Volley coming out. There is the kill from TF. Red team, come on, buddies. You got to get your point back.
Yeah, Tristana not able to really get a lot of good jumps off. Jumped in the fight before that and got into a lot of trouble. Actually got just into tower range and took tower shots in the middle of that fight there. They really haven't been able to sync up the various and Kennen ults that I talked earlier. They're kind of using them one by one to secure a kill or two or defend a point. Yoda coming in with a lightning rush, trying to get the stun onto Gillisaur. Doesn't get the third charge, but they will push them back until the blue team has 5 to really combat against this. One thing about the lightning rush... Oh, sorry.
Go for it, no worries.
One thing about the lightning rush is that you do gain additional armor and magic resistance as you're in the lightning rush form. So it's a little bit extra armor, a little bit extra MR. Ooh, and the engagement coming out, the global ultimates, the re-engage from Yoda, Slicing Maelstrom doing a good job, them jumping down. There's the various ultimate as well, but they didn't have the damage. Now that they finally synced it up, it was a very good try with the re-engage after Ash kind of just came in out of the bush. Crystalline Arrow first. But I think at this point now, they really can't go head-to-head very well. They're going to have to pick somebody off first.
That's true. And another thing that we didn't mention is that Ezreal is going to commit suicide there. Oh my gosh, everybody just dying here. I'm not sure what they're playing at, if he just really wanted to go home and shop, kind of like when people commit suicide in Proving Grounds, but Varys is going to say, thank you, I will go ahead and pick up those kills, finishing off Corki there, giving him a little extra money in the pocket. But when you play a traditional Summoners Rift game, you kind of know who to focus. Like, you can find Kog'Maw in the back and be like, yep, you're the one that needs to die. However, when you have 10 AD carries, like, who do you focus? It's really difficult to kind of figure out who you're going to really burst down. It's more like, who can I catch out with some crowd control and then jump on. Yoda in some trouble right now, catching a lot of flack from that very vicious Ashe there with those volleys. She does have the added benefit of it slowing them, doing a lot of damage, and it's pretty much an AoE she can crank out every 3 seconds. So good choice to pick Ashe, also for Crystalline Arrow initiation as well.
Yeah, Kog'Maw doing a good job with the build here. Stand aside, catching Adalor. He's going to go down right there. Big actually able to catch the axe, and now they're going to do the full engagement. A triple kill coming out for Ashe right there, but failed deploy very low. Going to live just barely as Tristana gets dived at her own turret. And as I was saying, Kog'Maw going with a Ginsu's Rage Blade, Sork Shoes, and a Blood Razor, which are all ability power scaling style items. So he has a lot of attack speed with that Rage Blade, and also gets 40 ability power right off the top from it. I think that if possibly Yoda had gone that kind of route, they would have a little bit of diversity in their damage. Ooh, Gilly's in a lot of trouble getting rooted by Various. Adalor putting the damage on him, but going to trade the kill as Corki's trying to get Tuxedo down. Yoda going in, getting the stun on everybody, but everybody is unstunned as TF comes down. Caitlyn sniping out the Ashe right there, but TF's going to die in the middle of the fight. Caitlyn tanking tower hits here. Not a good idea versus these AD carries. And a triple kill coming out for Corki right there.
That's true. I'm glad you mentioned that Kog'Maw build, because I was like, well, initially Kog'Maw wasn't allowed, so then like, we never really explored kind of diverse builds like that. And oh my gosh, Draven, it's not worth it, buddy. Your life is worth more than that. Gonna go ahead and commit some suicide there. Give Tristana a free kill, and oh my goodness, Corki duking it out with Tuxedo and almost winning there. That was pretty crazy, that lifesteal OP. Towlette getting exhausted there, able to, or is gonna get, oh my gosh, Crystalline Arrow, where are you going, buddy?
Trying to catch Yoda out there.
Gonna reclaim, oh, I see.
And barely, he actually just juked it at the very last second. The Ghost Blade coming out from Adalor here, trying to get the damage on failed out deploy. There comes the barrier, which is a good amount of health right now, but he didn't even auto-attack the barrier. He just waited. He's going to get the kill there. Might need to get some auto-attacks. The Whirling Death not able to come back down. Trying to catch Yoda out, I think, for a blind kill in the bush there, and not landing anything. Yoda able to dodge both of the global ultimates from them coming out there.
Yeah, that's true. And 2 members of the red team super low right now. Gotta be careful. They just now reclaimed their own point. So they are solid for a little while, but they gotta hold on to it. They are really far behind, 385 to 69 right now, and counting. Again, Kennen, man, constantly low. I know he's super squishy, but goodness gracious, that short range on his auto attack not doing him any favors in these kind of constant poke teamfight situations. Tristana really low, but Kog'Maw gonna catch him out. There goes Corki diving into the fray, gonna go ahead and pick up a kill. Double kill there onto TF, onto Varys, Ezreal picking up a kill onto Caitlyn. Red team getting obliterated. And you know what? Blue team does have the advantage right now, because they have been able to go home, pick up more items with the gold that they've earned. It's just not looking good. They gotta coordinate some kind of go in together and then initiate, as we mentioned before. Varys has a great initiation ulti, so does Kennen. We gotta make it happen. TF with the Destiny coming down here. Caitlyn picking off Kog'Maw there. Looks like Destiny not quite going anywhere, but giving him perfect vision. Volley to the face! Crystalline Arrow to the face! TF gonna go down. There's the Slicing Maelstrom coming out of Kennen. Is it enough? It will stun just long enough for Varys to pick up that kill onto Ashe.
Yeah, but at the same time, we have Draven and Ezreal, who are both coming back healthy. They're going to be able to defend the 3v2, and they'll probably win if Red tries to dive this turret. Tuxedo Max trying to get in there and do a little bit more damage, but the stand aside almost grabbing him there. There comes the Whirling Death. Adalor in a lot of trouble here. He's going to go down, but Caitlyn putting a good amount of damage onto Big right there. Just needs to keep it up. The Ignite coming down. TK Cross is going to die there, and the Ignite not enough to finish off that kill. He does have a Sanguine Blade. The amount of lifesteal definitely saved his life right there. But now we have just the lonely TF and Kennen to try to defend this point, and we'll see if they can keep him off it. I think they should just get back and try to poke them off the turret as best as possible and get those minions out of the way.
Instead of hard engaging, yeah. Unfortunately, blue team has other plans. Gonna go ahead and engage in there. Corki picking up the kill on a Kennen almost instantly. Tristana in the middle of everybody tanking all that damage was not enough. Draven picking up the kill on Varus. Just like that, they only lost Draven and were able to insta-ace the blue team right now. It is just brutal. Another item what the heck? Why did Draven sell all of his items? Did you see that?
I guess he did sell all of his items. Probably thinks that this is the end of the game and that failed out deploy is just going to win it right here. But they'll easily get this point back as failed out deploy is not going to have the 2v1. Doesn't want to go for that. Another interesting item that I don't see very often is a Lightbringer. Ooh, Yoda coming right into a Cast-Iron Arrow. The 1v1. Kennen's got a stun of his own and easily comes ahead in that fight as Ashe got a little bit out of her britches there and thinking that she can just 1v1 the Kennen with her ult up.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the chat. Are they talking about Executioner Blade? I don't know. I'm just going to look here at the team fight because it is always hopping. Poor Tristana just catching all of that damage. Kennen, the first one to go down. There's the ultimate coming out of Ezreal, just picking up all the kills there. Caitlyn finishing off Corki, but will she be able to get away to freedom? The health relic is not there. She's going to try and kite them away from the point, saying, wait, maybe I can buy some time, dropping some traps. Ezreal getting some good harass on. There's the exhaust, and they are pretty much tag teaming poor Caitlyn there. And meanwhile, Draven is picking up the node. But anyway, I was sad that he sold his items because I was going to talk about the item that he had. Now I can't remember because he sold it. Anyway, Tuxedo Mask taking some damage there, getting some good damage onto everybody before Ashe takes him out. Kennen picking up the kill onto Ezreal this time. 4 seconds left. 3. Is it going to be enough? 2. Is it going to be enough?
No,
1.
it is not.
That is
And one thing we didn't
GG.
say, unofficial pentakill from Ezreal right there. He had the Quadra, chased down Caitlyn. Caitlyn actually was able to kite just long enough to reset the kill spree timer and died still. Ezreal did get the ace. It was an unofficial pentakill, but I didn't get to see it come across the stream. It was very sad.